All right. So, welcome, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Wiley Brazier the fifth, and this is the GEG Louisiana live class webinar. And today I have with us, we have Miss Catherine Capello. That I am pronouncing that correctly, right?
Cappiello, yes,
Cappiello.
you did. Yes.
You have to keep in mind here that I am down south here in Louisiana. And so we have a lot of French words. So, what is that last name? What is that one? What?
Italian.
It's Italian. Okay, yes. So if it had been Chapatulas or Iberville, I would have definitely gotten it. All right. But thank you. Catherine is from Book Creator, and I definitely appreciate you being here to give us all the goods and all of this great information about everything that Book Creator has to offer. And what I'm going to do right now is go ahead and turn it over to you. And just a quick little announcement for everyone who is watching both on the live stream and then also here. We I need to record it here as well. I need to turn on my recording here as well. And so we are going to be recording this session, and then at the end of it, and now there it is right there.
Recording in progress.
And so at the end of this session, I believe we do have some prizes that we might be able to give away. Yes, we do. And so if you want more information about everything that we are doing, the different upcoming sessions that are coming about, you can go to geglouisiana.com, or you can go to lou.ma/register. And I'll put that in the chat for those of you who are watching on the live stream. But geglouisiana.com has all of the goods. And I'm also going to put a sign in sheet in the chat as well, because you will be able to receive a certificate of attendance for this session. So, without further ado, Catherine, I am going to turn it over to you. And if anyone has questions, please feel free to just put them in the chat and or in the comments.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Wiley. I'm so happy to be here with everyone. And yes, Katie, if you have any questions, please put those in the chat. And if anyone else joins us, please put them in the chat. I'll also stick my email in the chat towards the end. If you do have any questions, it's pretty easy to remember. It's just Catherine with a C at bookcreator.com. Feel free to shoot me an email. I'm happy to help with any questions. It's my job. I'm one of the teacher success managers here at Book Creator. I'm located out in Chicago, and I'm happy to help. I work with teachers all over the world. Myself and my colleague, John Smith, we literally split up the world in half, and we train teachers all over the world how to use Book Creator. So really happy to help you with any of your needs. Our focus today is going to be on learning about our App Store and a lot more. There are a lot of updates that were just released, and then also some updates that are to come at the end of August that are going to be released. And you actually are going to see them today with some sneak peeks. So I'm actually going to get to show you today what's going to be maybe just a little bit about what's going to be released. Not all of it, because I don't even have access to all of it right now. But what I do have access to, I'll get to show you what's going to be coming in at the end of August. So you're going to get to see that today, which is really exciting. And I'm going to train you on how to use that. So when you see that be released in August, you're going to know how to use that with your students. This isn't a getting started webinar. So if you are brand new to Book Creator, I'm going to show you where you can go to take a course to show you exactly how to use Book Creator, how to get started with Book Creator, all the ins and outs of Book Creator. So if I jump in today and I'm going over all of these exciting advanced features, don't get overwhelmed. Take the course, and then I would just rewind what we go over today, and then you won't be overwhelmed anymore. Okay, so just kind of dig in today, get excited about what I'm going to show you, and then you can take the course after this too. Okay. But without further ado, let's jump in and get started. And then feel free to, Wiley, you can just cut me off if there's a question. I also have the chat box though popped up. But sometimes I get in the zone and miss some questions too. I'll leave some question time at the end too. So feel free to leave your questions at the end, and then we can have some Q&A time, and I can show you anything that you have questions on about Book Creator as well. All right. So we have some updates. They aren't, I say new, and I can't believe it's almost August. I feel like they're not really even new anymore. Our app store was released in January, so I can't believe this year has flown by. But I guess they are still new for some people because a lot of people don't even know the app store is there. So there are two areas that you can find the app store. The first area that you can find the App Store is when you log in to app.bookcreator.com, and I'll put that in the chat where you can start. And I know we have Katie in here that you've used Book Creator before, so that's great. So if you just log into your account, but those of you that haven't logged in before, you can just go to app.bookcreator.com, and that's where you'll get started. But when you are in Book Creator, the first place that you can find the App Store at is when you're in creating a book. You can find the App Store when you click on the little plus button where you can add multimedia. You click on that plus button. And when you click on, you'll notice that you can add media, you can add shapes, but then there's a little rocket ship now. There's a rocket ship and that says more. When you click on that more button, you're going to notice that there's all the way at the bottom, there's an area that says plus add apps. If you click on that add apps section, this is the first area that you can find it at. You click on add apps. It's going to take you to your teacher dashboard. Under the teacher dashboard, you'll notice it takes you to the teacher dashboard and it takes you to your app store. Okay. You'll notice because it takes you to your teacher dashboard, the second area that you can just go find the app store is to the fifth tab. So you'll notice that there's libraries tab, the discover tab, the learn tab, the certification tab, but then there's the apps tab. So you can also find the app store by just going to your teacher dashboard, clicking on the apps tab, and that also takes you to your app store. When you're in the app store, you're going to notice that there's 8 different apps, and we're going to go through each of these today. The top 4 up here are going to be free to all users, and when you're on the free version, we have Giphy, Bitmoji, Canva, and Google Drive. I'm sure you're probably looking at Bitmoji and you're thinking, uh-oh, Snapchat, students and Snapchat. I don't want my students using Bitmoji. Don't worry. Bitmoji is just for teachers. So your students are not allowed to use Bitmoji at all. You can't even activate it for your students. It's just for teachers, okay? The bottom 4 down here, we have our animated emojis, feedback stickers, Google Maps, and 3D models. These 4 down here, you're going to notice say premium. These 4 are going to be, you can access these if you also have the premium version. And the premium version, if you do purchase the premium version, it's also going to give you access to 1,000 books and unlimited libraries, as well as all the premium features we have, in addition to these 4 apps too. We are going to continue to add apps to the App Store. We don't have any more at the moment, but you're going to see additional ones released and maybe even this year. So stay tuned for that, okay? We're going to add ones for the free users, and we're going to add apps for the premium users as well. So don't worry about that if you're going to keep using the free version. To add these apps, let me just disable one to show you. To add an app to your account to use it when you under your plus sign. To do that, what you have to do is at the top right of an app, you're going to notice these little plus signs. What you do there is you click on the plus sign, And before you do anything, you're going to want to look at the privacy policy, because some of these apps actually have privacy policies with age limits. So, for instance, Giphy right here, it says go crazy with gifts and stickers from Giphy. And we all love Giphy. Now, some of you might be thinking, I use GIFs with my texting, which I love doing with my friends, but we might be thinking the gifts that we might send to our friends might not be always appropriate to what our students might be using. Don't worry, it is a safe search. It's filtered for what students will be using. It's completely filtered. They don't have to sign into Giphy. They don't have to do anything like that. It's all within Book Creator, and it's a safe search. They can't search for anything that they want. Okay. But with even though it's safe search for students, it still has an age limit. So what you're going to need to do is go down here where it says app privacy and click on see details. So when you click on see details right here, we all know we just love reading privacy policies, but no, we don't. So what we've done is we've broken it down into good to know and what to be aware of for you. So we've already made little bullet points for you. The first thing, which I've already told you, there's no separate account required, and it's already searchable through Book Creator, and it's a safe search. But to be aware about, no one under 13 should be using it on their account. This does not mean that you cannot use it with students that are under 13. So this means if you want to create a book for your students with gifts in it, that's totally fine. They are allowed to read a book that has gifts in it. If you want to create a template for your students that have gifts in it and share that with them, and then they edit that template, totally fine. They just cannot have the GIF on the GIF app on their account, and then they're searching for gifts and adding it into their books. Okay. So just to be aware of that for Giphy. Now, if you want to add it to your account as a teacher, you click the plus sign, and then down here it says enable app. The first time you click enable app, it enables it for you as a teacher. So you're going to notice under Giphy right here, it says enabled for me. That means it's enabled for me as a teacher under my account now. Now, if I want to enable it for my students, let's say I have students that are 13 or up, I'm going to go over here to my libraries. It says enable for students, choose specific libraries where students can use this app. Maybe I only have 2 classrooms that have students that are 13 and up. I'm going to only select those 2 classrooms. Maybe I have one project that I actually want them to use gifts in, because let's be real, there's going to be some books that I don't want the students using gifts in. So I might only have one project that they're working on that I only want the gifts in, and so forth. You can also go in and turn these on and off at any given time. So just note to that. If I have all of my libraries, I want them all to have gifts in them, I can just click select all, and then they all will be activated. Okay. If I just want it just to be me, I just click done, and then it's just enabled for me. And none of my students will have it populated. If you do select a library that's populated, that just means that they will have it in your library. It does not mean it will be on their account for every single classroom they're in. Those teachers will also have to activate it for their libraries too. Okay, so you can go ahead and do that on the other ones as well. Just to note, other apps that do have privacy policies, Canva has a privacy policy, the only privacy policy for Canva. It's great for Canva. There's no age limit for Canva. The only thing here is there is a parent consent form for anyone under 13. I believe there's one on their website. If there's not, you can also just make your own and just saying that students can have consent to use Canva in my classroom and just keep that on file in your classroom. But what's great is there's no age limit with Canva. That's just something to note. And the last one that has an age limit is the 3D models. Unfortunately, 3D models, under their privacy policy, no one under 16. I love 3D models. I think they're great, especially if students are creating like a nonfiction text, but they have to be 16 or up. Remember, if you want to create a book on your own or share a template with students, they are allowed to still use the 3D models. They just can't have it on in their own book. Okay, so that's how you add apps into your own account. Okay, now let's dive in and actually look at the apps. And remember, if you have any questions, feel free to stick those into the chat. So what I'm going to do is go back to my library, and I'm going to go into our book and show you what these look like. So the first one is Giphy. So if I go click on plus and click on more, you're going to notice once you add them, they are all going to populate under more. This will also happen for your students. So anything you add to your students, they're going to have a rocket ship and more, and the ones that you activate for them will pop up under more for them. Under more, you're also going to find files and embed are going to be there. You can embed a website or you can add a file from your computer. So Giphy, let's check out Giphy first. So Giphy, we have GIFs that we can search for, or we have stickers we can search for. So maybe we're doing character development in the classroom, we're doing a graphic organizer, and we're discussing how our character is feeling nervous. So I am typing in nervous for my students. And what I love about Book Creator is that there's a microphone next to even Giphy. So if they can do speech to text, they can't spell something, they don't know how to they don't know how to they're still, maybe they're in kindergarten, they're learning how to write, they can even use Giphy with that microphone. Okay, oh, they won't kindergarten, they won't be using Giphy, so never mind. But if they're 13 and up and they're struggling how to spell something, they can even use the microphone there. So nervous, speech to text there, and maybe I'm going to click on this one and have my GIF. So I'm showing how my character is nervous. I can also use the stickers under Giphy. Maybe I want to use a sticker and show happy. Maybe I want to do this sloth. And search all those different things. And it's just a really fun and engaging way to add these things to your books. Okay. There's Giphy. All right, Bitmoji is just teachers only. So when you click on Bitmoji, what it's going to have you do need a Snapchat account. So you need to continue with Snapchat. Once you connect with Snapchat, you'll be able to use Bitmoji. I'm going to show you a workaround. If you do not have Snapchat and you do not want to create a Snapchat account, there is a Google extension. If you want to use the Google extension, once you get the Google extension, you can just search for this on Google. It's right up here. You'll notice I have a little Bitmoji extension. You can get the Bitmoji extension, and then all you have to do is drag and drop your Bitmoji into the page. So I can just drag and drop my Bitmoji into the page. So 2 different ways you can use Bitmoji right within Book Creator: Google extension or Snapchat. And remember, only teachers, no students. Canva, this is one of my favorites, okay? Canva, I'm going to go to more, click on Canva. Canva, I'm going to show you 2 things. The first thing, under templates, you're going to, well, first of all, Canva, make sure you sign up with a Canva account. You're going to want to sign up as a teacher with your teacher email address, because they give you a free premium account, which is amazing. When you sign in with Canva with that free premium account, what you're going to do is you're going to, and under templates, you can search for so many different things with Canva. The first thing you want to look up are book creator covers. If you search book creator covers, they've created all these book covers for you that are just, they look phenomenal. So maybe you want to write a book even for yourself or for your students. Maybe you want to write a collaborative book with your students using different academic vocabulary words that you're using with your students. You can just search these covers maybe this one is taking a little while to load, but maybe just click on it. Here's one. Good night, little monsters. You're gonna edit within Canva. Edit my name. And then I'm gonna go to graphics. Or not, I'm gonna go to elements and then graphics. If I go down to graphics, you're gonna notice there's all of these graphics that go with the this specific book. So maybe I want to add a crown. My picture. I can add a little pillow, another pillow. All these different things I can add. Cute little slippers. Everything. And then when I go to my next page, I can then start writing my book, and they're all going to fit in with that specific book. Maybe make my crown a little smaller. You can see the thing. I can just be so creative. Okay. So I'm going to edit within Canva, and then I'm going to prick add to book. And it's going to automatically fit that page, whatever I'm using. And now what I can do is now I can record my voice on top of it. So I'm going to go down to record, start recording. Good Night, Little Monsters, written by Cappiello. It's recording. And now you have a recording of the book that you've written. How cool is that? You can start writing your own books even. And they just turn out so phenomenal. Another thing with Canva, which is one more trick I want to show you that you're going to love, is you can search for worksheets by grade level, by subject area, and you can put them into Book Creator. So if you want to create a template for your students, maybe I want to search for graphic organizers. Oops, it was working earlier. It worked earlier. Isn't it? No. Did we not do it? Oh man, it was working earlier. Thick organizer. Elements. No. Okay. This is what you're going to have to do. It was working earlier. Let me see. Photos. Graphics. No, it wasn't working. Okay. Under templates. Okay. What you're going to have to do, earlier it was working. For some reason, it's not working right now. What you're going to need to do, if this happens, so normally you can search graphic organizer. It was working earlier. And it populates. If this does not populate, so let's say you search math worksheets, see how it pops up, and it should populate. If it's not doing this, don't worry. It works in Canva. Just open a new tab, search Canva, go to Canva. Search graphic organizers or whatever. I'll just go to a new tab. So maybe and then let's say you can look at all these tons of graphic organizers. You can also search by grade level, but maybe I want this vocabulary matrix. Okay. What you can do here is you can save this to a folder. Okay. So when I save this to a folder, if I save this to a folder and I go back to Book Creator, just refresh Book Creator. When I go down to folders down here, you can also have these folders populate. You can see I have worksheets, one of my folders. All my worksheets are going to be populated right here. So here's one of my worksheets I have. Here's one of my worksheets. Let me delete this girl off here. But I have one of the graphic organizers. Click Add to Book. And now I have my graphic organizer. So for some reason, if the graphic organizers don't populate, I don't know why. We've talked to Canva about it. I don't know why it doesn't work. It works in Canva. Just add it to your just add it to a folder, and then it will pop up in Book Creator. So don't freak out if it doesn't work. I used to freak out about it, but then I learned just add it to a folder, then it populates in Book Creator. So now you have all these worksheets. So now you can add, you can record your voice, you can add text over it. The students can add videos. They can do so many different things. They can add text on top of it, on top of their graphic organizers. You can do drag and dropping with math. There's just so many ideas that you can use with these templates. Yes, yes.
You went into Book Creator. I'm sorry, when you went into Canva through Book Creator. And so, but it looks like you did a search. And if I'm not mistaken, looks like I just saw you do it. But if you already have, if say for instance a teacher or anyone already has some, um, things that they want to use in a book that they've already created, whether it's I don't know, a story or a graphic, or maybe they did a comic strip or something. Can they pull files that they already have created in Canva into a book?
Yes. So whatever they have saved in Canva, so if I go to like Canva again, if they whatever they've created in Canva, will populate in when they open Canva. Here, I'll show you. You're gonna have all your folders down here. You can click on more, and then yeah, all your folders will populate. So all your design, anything you've purchased, anything shared with you, all of that will populate, and you can put all of that into Book Creator.
Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. Just wanted to make sure. I know you created one from scratch, which is awesome, but this is awesome as well. I just wanted to make sure that you can also pull files that are already existing there as well. So thank you for
Yes.
that.
Yeah. Okay. So that's that. I just want to show you that trick in case you don't, if you search something and it's not, and it says like nothing's available, just open Canva, different tab, add it to a folder, and then open it in Book Creator, and you'll see it there. All right. Let's see the animated emojis. So click on more, and then go down to animated emojis, and self-explanatory animated emojis. So much fun. Honestly, these are great for SEL. You have a book with the younger students asking how are they feeling today. They're going to love animated emojis. You might not want them in every book the students create, but it makes just your templates more engaging. You can see I even added these like little kind of stars to my pages. I've added them to some of my books before too. They're just fun, a fun way to just engage students. Then we have feedback stickers. So you can click on more. These are great for feedback. So if you want to provide feedback on pages, we're going to talk about another way to use feedback in just a little bit. But you can scroll through these. There's all of these different options. But you can, let's see, you can have like maybe they're writing, you can say write on. You can put them in the margins if you want, or put them on the page. You can either add it with like a Bitmoji, which is kind of fun and creative. Just a great way to show them that you're reading their work and adding on to it. They can also put them on each other's books if you have access to collaboration, which is one of the premium features. And then Google Maps and Google Drive. So if you click on more, Google Drive, you can connect Google Drive, you can add Google Forms. I've seen a lot of teachers do like quizzes on a Google form, or just a quick check real quick. You can add Google Docs. Great way to just keep a track of like a digital portfolio of writing. Just so many different ways you can use Google Drive. And then Google Maps, if I click on Google Maps, I can search for anywhere in the world. I can zoom in on a map if I wanted to. I can click either even satellite view. I can turn on and off map labels. So if you wanted them to label a map, I can do that. Or I can even just search for a place, and they can do speech to text too. So maybe I want to search for Chicago, loop out, then add. I can add this on here and then have them maybe map out something on here and so forth. And you can add that right to this. This is great for, I was talking to once when they did a reader's notebook for the book Refugee, and they actually mapped the journey through when they were reading the book of their journey. And the teacher was saying how it really helped them see how far of the distance that they actually traveled, and the students were mapping as the characters were going. And I thought that was really interesting. I got to see some of their readers' notebooks through that. So those maps can really it can really help the students understand the distance and where things are in the world.
Question about the maps.
Yes.
Actually, two questions. One is, can you also put the street view there?
Great question. Let's see if I zoom in. Um, it looks like I can't.
Gotcha.
Looks
So
like
it's
not
the
really.
Zoom. Yes. So Pegman isn't
Yeah.
available there. No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's as
no,
far
this
as I
is
can zoom.
yeah, no, this is still great. The other question that I have is um when it is exported into, any kind of book form, or when it's shared out, um will it show the image, or will they also be linked out to map, or will they stay here because you want them to
Just the
stay
image.
here, because if we
Yeah.
want them to stay here in the book, I'm not, I just wanted to make sure that I know if it's going to try to take them out, because we want to keep them in the book itself.
Yeah. So if I click like play,
Hmm.
what it will look like. It will. They can't even click anywhere on the image. It's just going to be an image.
Gotcha. Awesome. So that's great. So if I wanted to do like the Eiffel Tower or something like that, or I'm here in Louisiana, we've got the governor's mansion and state capitol and things of that nature. Awesome. Sounds good.
Yeah. Cool. And then Sketchfab. This is one of my favorites. So the last one we have are 3D models. So remember, they have to be 16 to search this themselves, but we can put them into books for them to manipulate and use. So this is great for vocabulary, especially for science. If you wanted to search whatever that you're studying in science, let's say that we're studying the human heart, for instance. I'm just going to click on the human heart. I can add this 3D model to my book. So it's going to load the image. I'm sorry if you're queasy, but I can load this. And the students, what they can do is I'm just going to add this real quick to the book. So it pops up like this. So maybe I have a template and this is going to be in the book for them. They can click on it and it pops up, and now they can manipulate it. Load real quick. Doesn't take this long to load. It's just because I'm on Zoom. And then they can manipulate it and now see it in 3D. Some of the images too are labeled. So I know I've seen I searched like a cell before and it was all labeled. They could click on all the labels and like read the definitions and too. Really, really cool stuff. So then they can manipulate it. And I've done it. I've just searched vocabulary words and found stuff too. But it's great. I think it's great for science and social studies if you search a topic. and just for them to just explore before maybe you jump into a topic, just have them explore and look at things. Or if you do like a nonfiction book, have them add that. It's really cool and they get really engaged with it. And I'm going to share this book with you. So this is a blog post. So this actually, I'll just share the blog post with you, and it just goes over all those apps. So I'll share it in the chat, and then you can look at all those apps too. Cool. Any questions on apps before we go into what's the certification, what's new about certification, and then what's coming up in August? All right.
I don't see any online either right now. So yes, you're doing an awesome job.
Great. All right, so something just came out last week, and it is our new, or not, I guess we had a certification course before, but we just renewed it. So it's all updated to incorporate our apps, and we also dug deeper into all of our features. For instance, our camera feature, when students would record, we also went into how to add captions, how to add transcripts, and so forth. So you really dig deeper into our features. It used to be about an hour, and now it's about 90 minutes long. So you'll notice that we really went longer into it. And we've added our app store as well as some of the new features. So we highly recommend taking the certification course, especially if you're new to book creator, as well as if you really want to dig deeper into different features, especially if you haven't used the apps before too. So I'll put this in the chat as well, and then I'm going to show you where you can find the course. So stick this in the chat. This just goes over where you can find the course and just a little information about the course. But if I'm in a book, I'm going to exit back out. And if I'm in a library, you just at the top left, there's 3 little lines that are going to take you to your teacher dashboard. So once you're in your teacher dashboard, just like the App Store was the 5th tab, the 4th tab is going to be your certification tab, and you're going to see that bright red button that says new. So just click on that, and this is going to take you to your course, and you're going to see myself and my colleague John Smith right there, who you might have met if you were on the last webinar. We are going to take you through a series of videos that are going to just like I said, show you all of the different amazing features Book Creator has to offer. And then at the end, you're going to take a quiz. If you pass, you receive a digital badge, and then you can put that on your email signature. Some districts even give their teachers a PD credit for going through this and so forth. But another tip though is to use this course to teach your students how to use Book Creator. So for instance, let's say you are wanting to show your students how to import media. So you want to show them how to embed a video. What you can do is share this video with them, shine it on the board, play the video, and then have them practice importing media directly after it. Maybe using the camera, shine the video, show them, just have us actually teach them how to do it, and then have them practice doing that. So you can break it down into days. Obviously, don't have them show them the 90-minute course right in one sitting, but break it down and have them practice. So then you don't have to know everything about Book Creator. Take a break from your own teaching, shine the video, and then have them go ahead and practice on their own and so forth. Then when you go through it all, you can also print the digital badge. You can give those digital badges to all your students, and then they're all certified authors as well. So I've seen some teachers do that, but it's a great idea just so you don't have to do all the heavy lifting, and it's already done for you and you have those videos. Okay, so that's where you can find that course. And then lastly, I want to dive into what is coming up in August. So in August, we have some updates that are currently under construction. So what you might have seen on my screen was a little button down at the bottom right down here. There's a little plus button and a little comment kind of bubble right here. And what we have done is we've created a feedback feature. So this is a feedback feature for teachers to provide feedback and students to provide feedback. And kind of why we've done this, why it kind of matters, is we really care about students while they're creating their books, making sure students are keeping on track. So if you provided them with an assignment, we want to make sure they're keeping on track of whatever rubric you've provided them. We want to make sure that they're avoiding mistakes so they don't end up at the end and they've made all of these mistakes. We want to ensure that they're building relationships with each other, but they're also helping build a relationship with you as the teacher. It really increases motivation for the students, seeing that my teacher's reading my content. I'm receiving this positive reinforcement as I'm going through and I'm writing my book. It also allows for clarification on very difficult things. Maybe you're working on something that's difficult. You can clarify as they're going through. And it helps to identify levels of understanding. So are they demonstrating understanding of the content that you are learning in the classroom? So in the past, how teachers would actually provide feedback, there were two ways. The first way was on the App Store. We've shown you before. You could use the feedback stickers. So they would just use a feedback sticker and you could put that on the book or you could put that in the margins. Another way teachers would provide feedback would be in the shape tool. The top 4 shapes right here, you can actually write inside the shape. So you could say like, great work. And then you could put that in the margins as well. Or they would use like a Bitmoji and a comment bubble and then type that in too. So those were different ways that you could actually leave feedback in books. But that was the past and now this is the future. So we want to focus on moving forward. So now the way that what we can do to leave feedback coming in August, you're going to be able to add these comments. And the way that you can leave feedback, there are going to be multiple ways. So the first way I can leave feedback is through text. The second way I can leave feedback is through video. Great work, Johnny. Make sure that you read back on the sample sentence section because you haven't started that yet. I can leave audio feedback. I really liked the picture you chose for the definition of creativity. I can leave emoji feedback. And then the students can respond as well. They can leave, if they click on here, they can leave all of these different emojis if they want to, or they can respond back. So maybe they want to respond back with a GIF. Maybe they're really struggling or really excited about something. You could also leave a feedback sticker in here. Or you could do an animated emoji. So there's so many different ways that you can leave feedback within Book Creator. Now you might be thinking, okay, I'm ready to leave feedback for my students, but I'm not just ready yet to have them comment back. I want to teach them first. I want to start leaving feedback and make the process a little slower that's fine. There's a little settings button right here that you can click on settings, and it says allow students to comment. You can disable that right away so that you can do the feedback first and then show them how should I be leaving feedback, how should I respond to feedback, and then you can turn that on when they're ready. So you can always disable that if you wish to. Another thing, if a student, let's say they make a comment, and let's say they read a comment that's inappropriate, and then you're walking by and they press delete. They're like, delete. And someone says they made a really nasty comment about me. They deleted it. Well, guess what? You can click on all comments and click deleted comments, and they are forever saved. So you can talk to them about that you can always read what they've written. They never disappear. So they're always going to be under deleted comments. So you as the teacher can see those deleted comments. You can edit comments, but students cannot edit comments. Students can delete a comment. So if they like mess up or something, they can just delete it and then redo a comment. But they can't unfortunately edit a comment. So just talking about that, when they post something online, it's going to be forever be there for you to read. So obviously, if they make a mistake, they can delete it, and it doesn't matter. But it's always going to forever be there for you to see. So just talking about that, when they post, it's going to forever be online and so forth. So just noting that. You are going to have a notification center. It will be somewhere around here. I don't have access to that right now. It's in engineering, but it will be up here when they respond. You will be notified, and so you'll be notified what page it's on, and you can click on it, and we'll take you to that page so you can read the comments that they comment back with and so forth. Any questions on commenting or feedback?
I don't see any online or in the chat at this time. Awesome.
Awesome. Any questions? We'll move into questions altogether on Book Creator. Is there anything that you had a question on Book Creator, or anything you want me to show you? Anything else? I wanted to save some time for Q&A.
Can you just go over um, if they can get started free or not?
Oh yes, yes. So did I'm trying to think. Did John the last time did they give a code or something?
Yes, I do believe they gave something to get started free, and we will send it out.
We sent it
Um,
out. Okay, let me look up. So sorry. Let me. Um.
but we can put that on the when we send out the recording. I can just grab it, so it's okay.
Okay. Sorry, I don't have it. I don't have
No, it's
it in my
okay.
book. Can't. So when we send out the recording, what we'll do is we will send out the free to get started for free, and you'll have the free, I believe, free premium access. So we'll send that out. So sorry, I don't have the code to get started right now, but you'll have free access for that. And then also, if since you've do how many people do we have online that are
Uh,
using?
we have three that have signed in.
Okay, perfect. So what we can do too is raffle off. We'll take the names down and we will raffle off. If we can get their contact information, we can raffle off for a some swag. So, and we'll get your contact information. We'll shoot you an email, and then we will get your address so we can send you some swag too. We'll send
Awesome,
off. We'll get their
awesome.
contact information.
And Katie, I'm not sure if you've had the opportunity to sign in, but I will put that in the chat for you as we are getting ready, as she's just kind of wrapping up and answering any questions. I'll let you have the opportunity so that you can be included as well in this raffle for the swag that she's about to do or that we're about to do.
Yes.
All right. So if you have not, so for those of you who are watching on the live, I'll just kind of go over a couple of things that'll give you a chance to sign in and give Catherine the opportunity to double check the chat, see if there are any, um, see if there are any additional questions that might pop in, or for those of you who may be typing in questions. We have more sessions like this that are coming. And Catherine, since you already have your screen shared, could you just open a new tab there
Yes.
and go to lu.ma/register. And once she arrives at that page, that's the session that we had for today. And then if you click view all there, we already have sessions for next week as well. So next week, we'll be back here with Book Creator. All right. And we'll be something that I'm excited about because I am a former science teacher here where we'll be reimagining the science lab notebooks with Book Creator. All right. And so, again, if you have not signed in yet, please sign in. We are about to give away, as we're wrapping up, we are about to give away some prizes or some swag that Catherine and Book Creator have generously brought for us. So please make sure that you sign in now and bookmark this session. You can also register there. I'll make sure that that link is put in the chat as
Yep, we'll
well.
stick that in their chat if you want.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And so we'll make sure that hopefully, we'll see all of you again next week as well. And so, one
And then
more.
Wiley, do you want to send me after? Do you want me to send me the names of everyone that attended, and then we can raffle that off and then email one of them?
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely.
Does that work?
Did you want to do it now, or because I have them in the queued up here? And
Oh, you have them all? Yeah. Yes, I can do it now.
yeah, or I can send it to you afterwards. No
Yeah, do
worries.
you mind just sending it after, and then we can also I can email them all the codes so they can get the free access too.
Awesome. That'll be perfect.
Perfect.
That'll be
Okay, thank you.
perfect.
Sorry, everyone, I wasn't prepared.
Yeah, no, it is quite all right. And I'm just putting this information on here. Sign up for the next session. All right, so I just shared that out also for those to attend the next session, to register for the next session that's happening next week at this same time, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right. And so, Catherine, I definitely appreciate you. Did you have anything else to say? Any closing remarks here?
Thank you just so much for having us. We really, really appreciate it, and it's been great working with you.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. We're truly excited and we thank you all. Book Creator is an awesome resource for everyone, for not just for English teachers, because as we are going through, we are sharing a variety of ways that you can use it, both for educators, and I think this could also be used by the general public as well, any authors and things of that nature. So I am excited about all of that. Thank you so much again, Catherine, for being with us today.
Thanks, everyone. Take care. Bye.
Recording stopped.